not that many enemies left in the level now. At this point, you're pretty much set. So keep on going around. Go down here. If you go to the left, there's some things you can destroy, and I think there's some turpentine, which is a substance weapon, and it'll go flamey. It'll like set on fire, but it doesn't work with all weapons. I'm not sure whether it works with clubs since they're made of wood, but that'll do. It does extra damage versus enemies, and does extra damage versus the final boss as well. And in here there is a spearman, so if you wait for him to hit you, and there's also a soldier around the corner with an old sword. Just dodge out the way of that. Soldier here. There we go. Take him down. As you can see, the levels are pretty long. There's some that are far longer than this one. It's actually relatively short for the game, but it generally the more you die, the more it takes mostly. But yeah, you've just died. That's a bit of a fail. There's these things which are basically like jelly blobs with shields implanted in them, and the first boss is basically a giant ball surrounded by a load of these, which they're not the hardest thing to kill, but they're very weak to fire, as I've said. So you can take them down with fire weapons, dragon weapons. If you're playing on your second playthrough, you can get some dragon weapons that fire damage put on them, and take them down firebombs. But in your second playthrough, it won't be as easy to use fire against it, because it becomes more and more resistant to fire depending on what playthrough you're on. As you can see, if you attack them from the front, they take very little damage. But if you attack them from the back, they take quite a lot of damage. But I can't get to the back of this one, so I'm going to have to put its health down. And then we open this lever here. And you are now back at the start of the level. As you can see, we have that shortcut that was opened up before, this shortcut that's opened up now. The start of the level's just down there, and that is the boss fog gate. Now, before I enter, I'm gonna test and see if you can equip turpentine on a club, and I don't think you can. Equip it in an item slot instead of soul remains. Soul remains attract enemies to them, so you can like throw a soul remain, an enemy will go to it, and then you can backstab them or something. But it doesn't work with all enemies, so you'll just have to figure out which ones, because I can't remember. I'm not listing all the enemies that aren't resistant to it right now. So it's a giant blob covered with these so if you just go a couple of fire bombs at it, it does take all the other blobs and do quite a bit of damage. It can throw spears at you, which is kind of annoying, so be careful. They all stay stuck to the end. For some reason they all seem to be just wandering around aimlessly. Now this is my friend who doesn't believe you can complete the game without everything right now, but since I'm recording, I'm not going to go into the extra to you guys, and I'll just apologise to them that I was recording. that fire spear in the back. And obviously, if the spear hits you and you've got a shield up, it will take less damage, but it will hit some damage to the shield, how large the spears are that they throw at you. Shield again. Now I'm at 5 bombs. Yeah, you can't use tech. Well, as I thought. Take a while to take down all these guys, and if you let enough of them get back onto the boss, it will start healing. So it's a good idea to they all get taken down rather quickly. And keep running that stamina. Shield down. If you have your shield up, your stamina regenerates a lot more slowly. So take your shield down when you know you're a little bit safer, then you can take these guys down fast. Down. This is, well, a foolproof way of getting to the level, as long as you make sure you heal when you need to heal, because obviously you can get taken down, or get taken by surprise and get several attacks thrown at you at once. Now I'm going to make sure the last couple, oh, there's only one left, that's good. Take this guy down. And now the boss has no defenses, so keep hitting it, and it'll go down, like so. This is obviously the boring part. You can't do anything to you, you're just hitting it. If you're playing a class that's got a slightly better weapon than a club, then you'll probably do a lot more damage to it, but for me, I've just got to keep hitting it and hitting it and hitting it, and seeing when it loses all its health, which will probably be sometime in the next 20 seconds. They can't chain together attacks. And there we go. It's dead. And that is how to do the first level of Demon Souls. Now, every time you kill a boss, you revive to your body, which means that you can get invaded whenever you complete another world, and it also means that you have more health and do less damage. But, as you can see, I have more souls now. I forgot to say that souls can be used to buy levels, and that's the main use. They're used to level you up. When you defeat a boss, you will get, when you go back to the Nexus by touching the Archstone, you get, like there I've got the lead demon soul, which you can consume like you consume any other soul, but some demons' souls can be used to upgrade weapons, and those weapons can be very useful sometimes. But the weapon that upgrades, it upgrades like a +5 spear or +6 spear, which means you got to get a spear up to +6, which takes a while. And then when you upgrade it, it turns into the scraping spear, which has very little damage, but completely destroys an enemy's armor, which people use in PvP to, well, make someone's armor useless. And
the monumental awaits the above.
It costs a lot to repair armor if it's like metal, so people get generally annoyed if people use the scraping spear. So if you want to go online, you want to troll people by just attacking them with a scraping spear, invading people and wrecking their armor, and even if you lose, they'll have to pay more than they get from you for beating you to upgrade, to repair their armor, just because you hit them a few times with the scraping spear. Now, just because I'm kind, I'm going to show you where the monumental is, because when I first started the game I had no idea what it was. I thought it was the statue, so do most people playing the game, because it just shows you a picture of the statue as it goes off. But he is actually a small Asian child who tells you about the story of the game, and this will probably be the end of the third part of my, or fourth part of my episode today. So once I've shown you where he is, I will be off. It's this one kid, he's the only one alive, and he
have
tells you
long
about
awaited
the story of the game.
Slayer of Demons. I am one of the Monumentals. We preserve the fabric of reality.
I hope you enjoyed the videos.
There is something thou needest to know.
Do another one of these sometime soon.
Once, we too, a scourge of demons,
I hope you get into the game. Goodbye, guys. Stop recording.
In the distant past.